So, you work for Magnix?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about your company?
So I'm Rachel Barrett, Business Development Manager here at Magnix.
Uh-huh.
Magnix is the electric flight leader, market leader in terms of electric aviation. We've completed 6 electric flight platforms on various different types of aircraft. It's been very, very exciting. We build electric motors and essentially the whole powertrain that's required for electric flight. So that includes your inverters and your batteries as well.
Okay. Are y'all based out of America or?
So the company's IP was originally developed in Australia. Our IP largely was around the cooling elements of the motor. And we're now based in Seattle in the US.
And you're from Australia?
I'm from Australia.
I knew it. Was it aluminium?
Yes, aluminium, that's it. Let's not start a fight now.
Excellent, excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
I like your accent. Very nice. Okay, so I understand they're experimental mainly.
No, actually. So our 2 motors, so we were the first company in the world to submit our motors through to Part 33 certification with the FAA. We have a motor called the Magnix 350 and the Magnix 650. The Magnix 650 is 700 kilowatts of power and the Magnix 350 is 350 kilowatts of power. We've also got our Helistorm powertrain inside. We have a program of work with Robinson where we're converting an R66 to an electric R66 and flying with our Helistorm motor, which is very, very exciting, and we're planning to fly that at the end of the year. This year at this show, we just announced the Magni Air product, and that's really what our focus is on, our new product announcement for the Magni Air motor. You'll see behind me there's also an RV10, so a Vans aircraft that will be retrofitting and we'll be flying with our new Magni Air product as well at the end of the year. And then also our batteries and powertrain system inside that. We're the only company that really offers the whole powertrain solution that is required for electric flight, but we also have the most energy dense batteries in the market as well. So they're the safest, the most reliable, and the best energy dense batteries, which is really what you need for a viable electric flight.
Okay, and what's your flight time between charges that you're working with these days?
So the target is under an hour for charge time. You can really charge fast or slow, it's up to you. The impact is going to be on the life of your batteries, largely. And then we're looking at a flight time of an hour and a half.
Ooh. So what would you say the market is for something like that?
I think
your target audience, I should say.
So right now what we're going to do with the Magni Air, we're targeting the experimental category. Then from there it'll be the LSA market, and then going through to certification.
Okay. Okay, so it's for hour and a half. That's a really tough.
But this is a base use case. So for some use cases, it's going to make sense. So think your electric flight training organizations or just your flight training organizations in general, there's a real pressure on reducing costs. And when you transition to electric, you have a reduction of operating costs from maintenance and also utilizing electricity rather than fuel. And we've definitely seen fuel prices recently have soared to new heights as well, which also then helps to drive the business case for electrification. If you're the type of person that is flying under an hour or just over an hour, this type of platform makes sense for you.
Yes.
And all you're going to see is only an increase of battery energy density increasing over time. So for example, we have other cells and we continue to invest in R&D of battery cells that are improving on energy density. So we've got a 50 kilowatt hour improvement, which will then translate back into our batteries and increase that flight range significantly more. And when you're in the experimental market, it's much easier to translate innovation into that market as well.
Okay, so the experimental market is the main market.
That is the main market for the Magni Air. This is so the Magni Air motor is about 235 horsepower motor. It is our first air-cooled motor. All of our other motors that we have are liquid-cooled. We've got the Helistorm powertrain on display as well, and that's essentially in a more compact package. It's liquid-cooled. It's essentially a segmented motor, so it's 2 motors in one, which is really great for safety and reliability in terms of fault tolerance as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as far as the experimental market, is it like the total experimental market, like amphibious planes?
So our very first flight that we did was a seaplane. It was a de Havilland Beaver, and we completed over 100 flights with the seaplane, which was very impressive with harbour hour. Yeah, then from there, less than a year later, so that was in 2019. Less than a year later, we did a Cessna Caravan flight, which was very impressive. We've also completed some clean sheet designs as well. So aviation had an aircraft called Alice.
Okay.
We've done some larger aircraft as well, Universal Hydrogen, so that was a hydrogen-powered flight. We've completed packages of work with Robinson as well. So I mentioned that we did an R44. We've completed an R44 that was battery-powered as well as hydrogen-powered. And yeah, we're excited to fly at the end of the year with Robinson again.
So, is that less time? Like, I mean, it's probably less efficient flying a Robinson than a traditional aircraft, right? As far as fuel burn. So, is the time on those a little bit less, or it's the same?
Yeah, no, the time is less than what you get in a standard combustion engine at the moment. Yeah.
Do you have any plans for a solar method of charging the batteries, or that's just too crazy?
I mean, there's a whole heap of different ways that you can charge the battery, but in terms of solar on an aircraft, you don't actually see a significant improvement. It's not genuinely, the overhaul to do that tends not to be worth it, frankly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. I don't have any other questions. Is there anything that you'd like to add to this?
Not really. I mean, we're just really excited. Usually we've been selling our products business to business, and we're really excited to bring out the Magni Air motor, which it's really for the builders and the pilots who want to innovate, who want to build something that is, an electric motor that's in this market. So I think we're just really excited to bring it to the market and work with people that want to fly electric. It's the future.
Are you planning on making your product expandable, such as you buy the motor, you got the controls, you got the inverters, everything, but over time the batteries improve, giving you longer life?
Yeah.
Would the plugs still be the same, or is it going to require significant switch out?
So the way that our design intent, and I briefly alluded to this, but our design intent with our battery cells is that yes, we've invested in better battery cells over time, or the improvement in terms of energy density, and we'll continue to do that. It's in the same form factor, which means it's in the same size. So essentially on the internals of the battery, nothing really is going to change. You can just swap out the cells, and yes, you have to upgrade your fuses and contactors, etc., and some of the internals of the battery, but the battery size will stay the same, so that you can just change them out when the battery technology does improve, because it will improve over time. So that is the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds very good. And this plane flew here?
This plane flew here, but we're retrofitting it. Over the next few months, we'll be putting everything on YouTube. We're doing a whole series on the product concept of Magni Air to integration into the cockpit and flying it by the end of the year, which will be really, really exciting. And we're going to bring some of our partners along the journey as well.
See, I just noticed it's a cheat. I see an exhaust pipe.
You do for now, but it will change in the future. It's really exciting, yeah.
Sounds very exciting.
Yeah.
Sounds very exciting. Well, thank you very much.
No worries, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries, no worries.